What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to show you guys exactly how I made $2,000 trading on US 30. Before we get started, I've noticed that my videos aren't getting the views that it deserves. I mean, look at the background. I did all this to impress you guys and make my videos more attractive. I would appreciate if you guys could pause this video for 1 second, go and hit the like button and drop a comment, because when you guys do that, it basically tells YouTube, hey, we like this type of content and we want this to be pushed to other people. I would really appreciate it if you guys could start showing love in more of my videos. One more thing, if you guys are looking for one-on-one mentorship and you want to scale your trading to the next level, check out this video of a student that just did under $4,000 trading with me.
Hey guys, I want to give a shout out to my boy Colt. It's been a long journey, but we finally made it. We got funded with a $150,000 account, and this week we just locked in about $4 grand. Check it out. There we go, 38.5. Go check out his mentorship, guys.
So if you're a struggling trader and you want to start actually making money from trading, I did open up 5 spots to my one-on-one mentorship. All you have to do is click the link in the description and book a call with me. Now, without further ado, let's get into my computer. So first things first, if you guys are new to my channel and you're wondering what I trade, I'm going to break it down for you. I actually use a broker. You guys can go to it right here. It's called tradeovate.com. Now this broker actually links with TradingView, so you realistically don't have to use another app like MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5. Everything is done right here on TradingView. So the next thing is the assets. What assets do I trade? The assets that I mainly focus on are going to be ES, the S&P 500, YM, the Dow Jones, and NQ, the NASDAQ. Let me give you guys a little hack right now. NQ, the NASDAQ, and the S&P 500, their price movement is very, very similar. But YM, the Dow Jones, it's much different. And not every day is going to be the same. But I'm telling you guys right now, usually if there isn't a clear setup on ES or NQ, there's most likely going to be a setup on YM. Little hack right there for you guys. So, next step, what time am I trading? Timing is one of the most important elements when it comes to trading. And the time that I prefer to trade between is 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. That is EST. So if you guys go to your chart on the bottom right, you guys can see time zones. You want to set it to UTC4 New York. That is the time that I have set. So you guys can see right here is 10 a.m. The market open was at 9:30, and this strategy that I'm teaching you guys in this video, it's going to work pretty much at any time in any session. It works on any time frame as well. Me, I prefer to trade on the 1 minute time frame. Specifically, it gives me data much quicker. So instead of me being on an hour time frame, and with my entry model being a fair value gap, instead of it taking 3 hours for a fair value gap to play out, I can see a fair value gap play out within 3 minutes. So, next step. What are we looking for? Overall, guys, you want to be looking at the market and you want to see very, very clear market structure. The way that I view trading is I want to feel high levels of confidence when I'm looking at a trade. For all my ladies and all my gentlemen out there, when you're walking down the street and you see a beautiful woman or a beautiful guy, you know that's my type. That's the type of guy I like. That's the type of girl I like. You know right off the bat, and your levels of confidence are really high. Versus, if you see someone that's not so much your type, you're kind of like, I'm not even going to look their direction. And everybody is beautiful, by the way. God made us, and we are all perfect. It's not about what's on the outside, but it's about what's in the inside. And this is a great quote. Your body is just a vehicle transporting your soul. So the same thing applies to me in my trading. When I'm looking at the markets, I want to feel high levels of confidence. And if I don't feel high levels of confidence, guess what? I'm not going to take a trade. It's as simple as that. So this is where kind of the psychology intertwines with your trading. Do you have the self-discipline? Do you have the willpower to say, no, I'm not going to take that trade. No, I'm not going to over leverage my account. And I actually discussed this in my previous video. And guys, be patient. Listen to what I'm telling you, because a lot of this information, there may be that one sentence that I tell you guys that will change your completely, it will change everything for you in your trading. There's 5 stages of change that we as human beings experience. The first stage is when I make a mistake, but I'm not cognizant of the repercussions or consequences associated with the mistake. The second stage is when I make a mistake and I'm now becoming aware of the consequences that are associated with that mistake. The third stage of change is when I have made that mistake so many times that I can no longer take the pain that's associated with the mistake. Fourth stage of change is when I rarely fall back into that mistake. Then the fifth stage, you guys can guess, I no longer make that mistake. So as you're going through your trading, the building phase, you're going to make mistakes in various areas. Let's say that you have a problem with over leveraging your account. And the only way that you're going to be able to overcome that obstacle, that mistake, is by feeling and experiencing enough pain. I cannot tell you guys how many times I have taken a loss due to a decision that I made, and I knew before I made that decision that it wasn't my setup or it wasn't going to play out the way that I wanted, and I still did it, and I went and snapped my laptop in half. I threw my phone against the wall. Guys, I would get so freaking pissed off. But then I started to reflect, and by the way, I no longer do that, guys. Don't worry. I did that years and years ago. But maybe some of you are at that same stage where you're feeling very high levels of anger. And it's not good. But you need to get to a point where you have experienced so much pain that you no longer want to make that mistake anymore. The best way that I can put it for you guys is when you guys made a mistake in the past and you felt the pain, the sadness, the anger, whatever it is by making that mistake, when you are in present time and you're thinking about making that same mistake again, just give yourself 10 to 20 seconds and think back and say, hey, the last time I made this specific decision, I felt really angry with myself. I was sad for the rest of the day. I treated my family like absolute shit. And by you getting those data sets and understanding, hey, by me making this specific decision, it can lead to a specific outcome, and I didn't like that outcome in the past, it's so much easier to not make that stupid decision in the future. So now that we went through the psychology, let's get back into my computer and let's get into the nitty gritty. So what did I first tell you guys? I'm trading from 10 a.m. right here all the way to 11 a.m. If you guys show up Monday through Friday and you are only looking for this one setup and you're using proper risk, you're not over leveraging your account, you're letting your trade play out, you are going to see so much success using this strategy. So what was I doing? I was overall looking at the market. From the market open, I saw we had hit this low right here. We started to form these higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Now I saw this low right here, and I saw this new higher high being formed. Now I had already had enough data to understand that we're in a clear uptrend. The market structure is telling me that it wants to continue to go up. So we had this fair value gap right here, but it was already hit on this candle. So what did I do? I saw this next fair value gap right here form. Let me give you guys some sauce real quick. So if you guys go right here to indicators and you type in Lux, algo space fair value gap, this one right here, you can add it to your chart and it will automatically print these fair value gaps on your chart. So if you're new to my channel, a fair value gap, we'll go over this one, is a 3 candlestick pattern. We have the first candle, second candle that creates a gap, and the third candle that closes a gap. All this indicator is doing is putting a rectangle from the first candle's high for a bullish fair value gap, and it's going to the third candle's low and extending into the future. Now after that third candle is closed and creates a gap and closes it, usually the fourth, fifth, or sixth candle will retrade into the rectangle, and when it hits the top of it, that's where we're going to be taking a buy or a sell, vice versa, for the downside if it was a bearish fair value gap. And if you guys go through my previous videos, you will understand my strategy perfectly. So I had seen this fair value gap right here, but I really didn't like it. It already had hit it. So what did I do? I saw this next fair value gap right above it. 1, 2, 3 candles right here. And then I took a long position right here on this candle when it hit it. So if I go to my executions, you guys can see I bought right here 3 contracts on this candle when it hit the fair value gap at 42,135. Right in here. So that was my entry right here. Where was my stop loss? I had my stop loss right below the first candle that had created the fair value gap right here. Now you're probably asking, Colt, what about your take profit? How did you get your take profit up here? What I did is I used my fib retracement. I went from this candle's low to this candle's high, since this is our higher high. And then I used a negative 100% level as my take profit. This was a really nice trade. It gave me a 2.79 risk to reward ratio, almost a 3-to-1. And usually when you guys use this strategy, you'll usually get 2-to-1s, 3-to-1s, and sometimes 4 and 5-to-1 risk to reward ratios. So that's exactly how I had this trade set up. And when I had entered this trade, I sat here for probably 2 minutes, but once I saw that I had executed my trade and there was nothing else I can do, I went and set an alert at my take profit and an alert at my stop loss. So if you guys don't know, on TradingView, you can go to this alert tab and you can make an alert. So my take profit's right here, these numbers. Stop loss is right here, these numbers. So all I did is I went in, I put 42, 2, 7, 9. I like to go down here to the message and delete this and put TP hit and create. Then my alert will be right there. So when my trade hits my take profit or hits my stop loss, instead of me watching the charts all day long, like, guys, I got shit to do. I'm not going to sit and look at these charts for 17 minutes. I can go walk my dog. I can go take a shower. I can make some coffee. I can make 2 eggs. I can do 100 push-ups, probably 200 push-ups, honestly, in that time, way more than that. There's so many things that I can do with my time. I used to sit in front of the charts and watch the trade, and I'd see it in profit right here, and then I'd see it go down. I'm like, do you know what? I'm closing this trade. It's just probably not going to go up anymore. I was psyching myself out. I was telling myself a story that was 100% inaccurate, and I'd cut my money off the table. So instead of me making all this money where it hit right here, I would have made $500. But then you have to look at it from a long-term perspective. If I'm going into a trade and I'm cutting my winner short, but I'm letting my stop loss go, or I'm dragging my stop loss even lower, it's crazy how we do that as traders. Where when we have a winning trade, we'll cut the winner short, but then when we have a losing trade, we're bringing our stop loss down. We're bringing our stop loss down. So I've found that by me setting and forgetting my trades, once the trade's executed, I walk away, I go about my morning, I get shit done. And I think that's what's really stopping a lot of you from reaching the next level as a trader is you're too attached to the markets. You obsess over the markets. And there's a difference between obsessing over the markets and just being there, treating this like a normal 9-to-5 job, which you guys all should be treating trading that way. So I think that there's a lot of value in this video. And if you guys were to rewatch it a couple of times, you would get a better perspective on the way that I perceive these markets. And like I said, guys, show love. Like, I'm taking 20 minutes out of my day to make this content for you guys. All I'm asking in return is for you to like the video, drop a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Like, it's not that much to ask. So if you guys want more content, I need my views to go up. I need the engagement to go up because it fucking motivates me when I see people are dropping comments like, bro, I'm using your strategy right now and I made $12,000. I just got into trading. I couldn't find a strategy that works. This is the only one that works. When I read those comments, it doesn't just touch my heart, but it motivates the fuck out of me. And it makes me realize that it is my service and my duty to make these videos to impact you guys. It's not about me. I fucking make hella money from trading. But I enjoy making these videos. Like, I really do look forward to making these videos. So guys, I will talk to you guys on the next video. Probably we'll have another video next tomorrow. And I've just been going back and forth. Like, if I catch a good trade, I'll recap that. If there's something I want to go over on the psychology side, I'll go over that. So guys, I'll see you on the next video. Peace out. Not a lot of people made it to the end of the video, but you did. Make sure you share this video with a friend. Also, comment below. I want to know who you guys are and how I can help you guys out with your trading. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button. I'm dropping weekly videos every single week on trading to help you guys out. Look forward to seeing you guys soon.